feels enough.
Hey guys, welcome back to the No Holds Barred Network with another episode of Under the Ropes. I'm your host as always, the queen of the indies, Tiffany. And this one I'm really excited for because I know a couple people have been asking for this interview on the network. So I'm so glad. Got our boy KTB here. What is going on?
What's going on, Tiffany? How you doing today?
I'm good. I'm so excited to have you on here. It's been like a minute. I just saw you a couple weeks ago. I feel like, I know I told you this in person. I feel like I always get a lot of great footage of you. I'm always in the right spot. That's just what it is. Thank you, promoters, for putting me in the great seats. I love it.
Maybe I'm just a little too photogenic or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I think I'm just in the right spot at the right time with the camera. Shout out to all the photographers out there. Like I'm nowhere near as good as they are, but I get a good photo here once in a while. So, guys, if you're new here to the network, here on the Under the Rope series, here I interview everything independent wrestling. So whether it's wrestlers, promoters, referees, behind the scenes, anything independent wrestling, I got you covered. If you guys got questions for KTB, please drop them in the chat. He'll be more than happy to answer any of your questions. And make sure you subscribe, like, share, do all that fun stuff for us. Let's get some people in here, get those questions rolling. And yeah, so I guess we're going to start it off with an easy one here. I love it. I see all the signs with the hand movement going on in the chat. I mean, I had to start it off too. So let me just give some love in there. Sal, I see you. Good cop, bad cop. What's going on? Our friend Melissa, I know she's watching. So, all right. So let's start off because I like to start off all of my interviews for the people that are not familiar with you. But I'd love to learn more about how you got into professional wrestling.
Well, yeah. I would assume anybody else where it's a little bit hushed about back in the day, but I mean, obviously it started when I was younger, just watching everything on TV, and obviously that led to the bedroom, and then it led to the backyard, and then it led to the real professional ring where I started training at ACPW in 2004. I also had older brothers in the business too, which helped out with training and everything like that.
That had to be cool too, like to work. I mean, you just wrestled one of your brothers recently at UWA Elite. I was there for that, which was really, really cool. That was a fun week, a week worth of wrestling, like just to sit
Which
there.
is funny story about that is the last time I wrestled my brother in that building, I mean, wrestling him was probably in that building when I was 16 years old, and my brother Big Dan as well, in a three-way match inside that building in South River.
Oh wow,
which is kind of cool.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
So that'd be fun, like even like training with them, like going through moves, learning new things with them in the business as well, right?
Yeah, I mean, I really got the chance to start training them when I was like 16 or 17. My brother, oldest brother, he started training at JPW when it was back in the bingo hall in Bayonne, and that's where he started training. Then he became the ECPW and just started off with the small TV tapings and everything like that.
That's so cool. Do you remember like your first like indie that as a fan that you went to go see?
One of the ones that really, I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was, when it was, I'm sorry. It was definitely an ROH show in Atlantic City. And it was, I remember getting chills when, what's his goddamn name? I'm blanking on his name right now, but he's come out to Personal Jesus, and his entrance was Personal Jesus, and it was Austin Aries. I'm sorry.
There you go.
And he came out, and it was just like, oh shit, this is kind of cool, and I think I want to do this now for good.
Oh wow, that's so cool. That's really really.
Yeah, it was just a cool moment at the time. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I like to ask this question because clearly I know who you are. I've been obviously to numerous shows. But for a fan that's never seen you wrestle before, in your opinion, what's the go-to match that they should go check out?
It's not really out there probably for view, but like one of the best matches I probably ever had was had a really good one with Matt Riddle back when 2017 when JP had like the reboot. That was a really, really good match. Something you probably see online now. I mean, I thought it was a slept-on match, and it came out of nowhere too. Was Rich Swann and I from Spring Break? I mean, from VXS in Tampa this past April. I really enjoyed that match a lot, and I would love to run it back again.
Oh man. Oh, maybe we can have it again. Oh, like the endless possibilities of like independent wrestling that I love. So I was asked to ask you, let's run back to when you were Kyle Smiley before KTB. Okay. So like tell us a little bit about that.
Well, honestly, the gimmick just came from I used to antagonize my older brothers who got me into the business, and I was a big fan. I mean, not like a huge fan, but I remember one thing from WCW growing back up was Norman Smiley. And every time I used to mess with my brothers, I used to do like the big wiggle and mess with them and do the big wiggle all the time. And yeah, that's how it just became Kyle Smiley.
I love it. I love it. So when was the transition into just KTB?
So the transition to KTB probably started when I was maybe 21 years old, 22. I got out of wrestling for probably about a year and a half, 2 years. I was like 340 pounds and ended up losing weight. I dropped down to about like 200 pounds, 210. And then I just started stacking on muscle and everything like that. And literally just came natural where people were like, whoa, dude, you're a fucking beast. You're a beast now. And that just stuck Kyle the Beast or KTB.
I mean, how does that feel? Like, I like actually like asking this question to a couple of wrestlers. You come out, right? You got the foam things, like the foam hand pieces for you, like at some of the shows. I'm seeing a lot of people doing like the cardboard faces going on, but never mind the fact that them just going and doing the hand signal. Like, how cool is that to see when you like walk out from your entrance music and like see all the fans?
I mean, it's a great feeling, and the best part of it is someone who told me that it wasn't going to be over or would never get over with a crowd, and then seeing, hundreds or whatever come out, some people doing it at the same time when I come out. That's a gratifying moment, yeah.
Yeah, that's really, really awesome. So I want to talk about, because like Ryan T, we love Ryan T here on the network. Ryan T's been on the Under the Rope series. He's okay. I love it. But I mean, again, like for as the years that I've watched you and Ryan reffing matches with you, like it's amazing. I love you, Ryan. Such a good person. And I'm sad that I miss this match. I mean, there's so much wrestling out there, and trying to support everybody is so hard. So I'm sorry, and I really wish I was at this match, but can we talk about this? Ryan in the ring, wrestling you, like how awesome is that? It's got to be a great moment for him too. Like, tell us all about that.
I mean, many people may not know it, but Ryan started out reffing really young, and I've known him for a very long time, probably since I've been 13 or 14 years old. And he was reffing at the time and would flop back. He had wrestled for like NWS back in the day, if you know what that is, FWF, ECPW. He's no stranger to a ring. He definitely knows how to go, and it shows in his in-ring work with his refereeing and everything like that. But after all those times of him counting pins, it was finally felt good to get my hands around his neck and rough him up a little bit. You know what I mean?
And we always have this joke, and this joke's been going on for years. We're like, Ryan, don't die, right? We're always telling Ryan, don't die. Like all the spots that he takes, even being as a ref. We go back to all these like promotions. I mean, I used to see him back then, like 7 years ago when Jack Sabbath ran like ICW, and he was always like dying by like Nick Gage. I mean, it still goes on. But even with you, it's like the funny thing, you'll have a match against somebody, and it's like Ryan's always getting clocked.
It comes to the point where it's like customary now for it to happen for Ryan to get roughed up a little bit.
I'm sorry, Ryan, but you're right. Like, I love it. I love it. Like, we'll see him like after. We're like, you're good? Yeah, I'm good. I'm a little pain. Like, I'm good. Oh, man. All right. So, I mean, we talked a little bit. You brought this up. One of my next question was going to be about like you growing up with two older brothers, wrestling and, getting back into the ring. So we touched that. So I'm going to move on to my next question. I want to talk about Japan. Like, give me everything about Japan. I want to know about the food, the fans, the wrestling selves. I know we had Alex Zane on here. Alex Zane was in Japan while I did one of my interviews with him, so he talked a little bit about it, but I would love your perspective of like the GCW crowd and everything.
I mean, Japan was probably just like he said, amazing. To start off, like one of the greatest stories I have from going to Japan is we went. I was on a bus heading out at like 11 p.m. to have a couple of drinks, and G Raver had left his phone on the train, and the bus is closed. The bus is closed from 12 a.m. to 4 a.m. And when we went back at 4 a.m. to get his phone, it was in the same exact spot.
Oh wow!
So it just shows to show how like if something's not yours or whatever, you don't touch it. Same thing like that. It's the most pristine, clean place I've ever seen in my life. Like there's not a piece of garbage on the ground anywhere.
Wow!
Like not anywhere. Super respectful fans. I mean, another cool moment was literally walking up to we were off that day, so me and a couple of guys, we went to the Kurukan Hall, and we went to go watch a big Japan show. And as we were walking up, we have people running out with like big white boards and markers to like me and Tony Deppen like screaming like, "Oh my God, KTB, Tony Deppen, like sign everything that we got." And that was like a real cool moment, especially after like rocking the house for 3 days straight. And that.
Wow. How was the food? Was it like a massive like adjustment from what we get here?
I mean, not really. You can get almost whatever you want there. The fast food is definitely smaller in size. You could obviously imagine that.
Mm-hmm.
And you can literally get anything. Like I was able to get Chinese food, but like I lived at 7-Eleven. Sakatori is one of the things like you can go live on out there, which is like chicken or meat on a stick, and you that all day at 7-Eleven. And literally they have everything you could eat at 7-Eleven, like right at your hands.
Oh wow, that's pretty cool. Yeah, it's interesting.
Obviously, you have like your places where you go grill your own meat, like hibachi kind of food, and Ribera Steak, Mr. Danger Steakhouse was a really good. And I mean, I don't want to say it, but it's definitely better than Ribera's.
Oh wow.
But there's a lot more history, I guess, at the Ribera Steakhouse. Yeah, food was awesome.
No, that's awesome. It's always interesting, like when I watch like some of my friends, if they go to like the New Japan shows and things that that they post, and like one of the other things that I notice is like the shopping. Did you find cool stuff like video games, or like I had a friend that went to the person who created Kenny Omega's gear, which was cool for her. Did you do anything like that?
I mean, I'm not quite the gamer, but I did go like to they have these like I forget what they call it, Don Quixotes, which is like a big like stacked up like super mall, and each floor has like something different on it. Like one floor had like produce and vegetables, one floor had like clothing, one floor had like candy, one floor had like games, and it was just like a huge ass mall. And you can get literally it was like an IKEA, but like crammed into like a one little tiny spot of this like a lot better things than IKEA.
Oh wow.
like green tea Kit Kats and stuff like that.
See,
that's great.
He had to bring up the Kit Kats. I love Kit Kats, but like, why they gotta mess with the Kit Kats? Like, if it's not broken, like, don't fix it.
If you have never had a green tea Kit Kat, I'm gonna say do yourself a favor and find one.
Oh no, I get like so upset when I start seeing like new flavors of Kit Kats. I'm like, stop! Like, just give me my regular Kit Kat. I don't need anything special. But now since you said that, like, I'm gonna have to film it and like post it out there for you guys. But
Try and find it.
I feel like also another thing, and I can see like I feel like it would be really funny though, like that when they have the pedicures with the fish that like come. Was that?
Did see that. I did see that, but I didn't get a chance. I didn't do that. My toes should never go near somebody's hands ever in their life. Like, I just be honest there. But I think the chance to go like to owl, like an owl house, like not a house, it was just called like an owl place, and you just go inside and you pay a certain amount of money and you just sit there and you like hold the owls and you can feed them and shit like that. That was kind of cool.
That's really cool. But like the wrestling itself, like how was that? Like you talked a little bit about like how the fans are, but like being in that crowd at like even like GCW, like how different was that experience for you compared to being in the States?
Um, I would just say like I mean, the fans in general are just more appreciative. Like when something big happens, it's not, it's a big pop. Or like when something bad happens, it's not like you fucked up or anything like that. So
Ah,
it's a lot different. Where like it's more, it's. I mean, obviously it's an art form here, but it's something where like they definitely know what people are going through and what they're doing in their matches, and they're aware that mistakes happen and everything like that.
mm-hmm.
So.
Oh, that's pretty cool though. Pretty cool. Yeah, we're rude here, like the New York, the New
Oh yeah.
Jersey.
I didn't, I didn't want to say like we're privileged wrestling fans or whatever, or like we or whatever or something like that. But
I'll say
yeah,
it.
they're a lot more appreciative
Yeah.
than fans in the U.S.
Hey, I'll say it. I'm a New Yorker. I don't care. Like, I mean, I'm not throwing bottles at people, like unlike some people, but you know, terrible, terrible. So another thing, and like here on the No Holds Bar Network, we run an All Elite podcast, and me and Kyle we review everything AEW, which is great. So I want to talk about this because it's really cool experience for me, who goes to a lot of the indies. I do a lot of backstage stuff. I do a lot of interviews, so it's really cool for me to sit and watch. Whether it's on Dark, Elevation, or Dynamite itself. I mean, we've had a whole bunch of people. I mean, we just saw Anthony Green last night on Dynamite. So, but you were on Dark. So, can we talk about your experience with that?
Yeah, absolutely.
So, tell us a little bit about it. I know, like, a lot of wrestlers that have been on Dark had said, like, the locker room was great over there.
Yeah,
But, like, walk us through it.
the first time I went was probably my favorite time. I think it was like October of 2019 or 2020. I'm sorry, and I had a chance to wrestle Jungle Boy, which was great, and he was like super appreciative because we had a couple matches, and one of them being at in that House of Independence in Asbury, and it was a banger. It was a really good match, and I felt like he was passing it forward to me when I had a chance to come there and wrestle him. So it was like basically do whatever you want. This is your chance to get over. This is what you want to do, and I couldn't have asked for a better agent as well because I had Jared Lynn as my agent, and he was like really super duper cool about everything, which was awesome.
That's so awesome. So I'm sure, obviously, if you got called back, you definitely like go back and do it again, right?
Yeah, I mean, I fortunately had the chance to go back again in November of 2020, and I did two matches, I believe. One was with Sean Spears, and another was with the Gun Club, and I wrestled a six-man tag with Cesar Bononi and Seth Gergis in a six-man tag, and that was a lot of fun as well, working with somebody like Billy Gunn and his son, who at the time Colton's fourth match. So that was really, really cool.
Oh man, that's so cool. And like, oh, it just like again, it's so cool. But it's gotta be cool for you guys too. Like when you start seeing people that you work with go over there. I mean, like it's like I said, it's so neat for me to watch people I've interviewed or people that I follow in the indies. But it's gotta be cool for you to also, even people that have been signed that you've worked with, to see them. How is Tony Khan? Like, did you meet him? Like, how is that?
Yeah, I mean, Tony Khan, I definitely met him. He's really, really cool. He's very in depth and hands on with his talent and employees. He literally watches everything, which is awesome too, and he gives feedback literally when you're walking through the curtain, which is awesome.
Really, really cool. I love it. You hear so much stuff that at least like he loves wrestling. He's so into it. He gets into it. I love that he'll like dress at some of the wrestler. It's just such a great company to work at. Well, you know what? I'm gonna go to first. I can't. Okay, so again, like I said, you never know who's gonna like pop up and stuff like that. So obviously, I got to share on this this stream, and it's our friend Matt Vertigo, and he tagged it KT Bozo. But actually, let me go back because he had a fan tweet for you. He goes, "When are you gonna stop being a bozo and challenge me for the territorial title, ya bozo ass beast?"
I mean, Anytime, anywhere. I'm no stranger of getting into the ring with him. I mean, he's a little baby now and likes to run and drip, 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 or whatever, and that's all cool. But I'm still gonna hit him in the face if I get the chance to step in the ring with him. So that'd be awesome.
So it's so great. I loved your match, and that was like actually like another question that I was gonna go into with the UWA Elite, to see you, him, and Brendan Kirk. Like, oh my god! But
Yeah.
like me and Melissa sitting back there, and like the chair spot, and that you stepped on the chair, and Werner goes like, "Get off me, you bozo!" And me and Melissa definitely lost it, and it seems to be a running joke now that's going on and on and on. But so it's just really nuts. But to follow up with that, we're going to see you get an NFW also, and you wrestled Matt Vertigo as well with Smiley. I mean, and you won match, and then you said, "Who's the bozo now?" Like,
Yeah. He just talks too much. He talks way too much. He just needs a nice slap across the face. That's all he needs.
it's always a good time. There's so many promotions out there that are so much fun, and you can have fun. If you guys haven't checked out UWA Elite, definitely check out NFW is another one, which you're actually going to be at coming up. It's just crazy. Charles Mason and you, like, how
Yeah.
he's progressed a lot. So
Yeah.
how do you prepare for that? You know, are you ready for this? Is it not even a concern in your mind?
I mean, I get ready the same way every time for any fight, and it's literally go balls to the wall and literally kicking doors or kicking faces, however you want to say it. And nothing. I mean, nothing will change because I feel like not only will I pretty much make easy work of Charles Mason, I feel like it almost might be a night off, but we'll see.
Oh, okay. That's coming on the 16th, and I think it's going to be free on YouTube. Not sure if it's going to the one of the other IWTV fight. I think that's in the works or something, but usually on YouTube. So check that out, October 16th. We'll get to that later. So do you prefer playing a heel or do you prefer playing a face?
To be honest, I love being a heel.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah. I mean, especially to Ryan, it was so goddamn easy. He's just like everyone wants to like him, and I just want to hate him. You know what I mean? So that was. I had a lot of fun doing the heel stuff at the UWA Elite, and I will continue to do that because I feel like I'm really enjoying myself wrestling there and everything like that right now.
That's so cool. Oh, Vertigo's in the chat. He goes, "KT Bozo, I see you."
He's a clown. He's a clown.
Damn. Oh my goodness. Like, yeah, we need to have this title going on here. We need to see it. Like, we're gonna
Anywhere it can happen.
It can happen anywhere.
Giveaway, ECWA, SOW, wherever it want to happen, it could happen.
All right, let's book this match, guys. Make it happen. So I feel like Vertigo would put the belt on the line no matter where it is, right? I'm pretty sure that'd be going on. So you love playing a heel, but is it easier? Do you feel that it's easier for you to play a heel up against a face?
I wouldn't say it's easier. I'd say it's the same exact job. I mean, it's easy to make someone hate you if you use cheat and everything like that, but it's hard to really make somebody hate you for like who you are being in that ring and just saying instead of just saying, "Oh, you suck" or something like that.
Yeah. Okay. So another fun thing that you've been doing, you've also been tagging with Iron Beast, which is nuts because I think at first a lot of us were kind of confused. We were like,
Shane.
yeah, like we're like, like this is interesting, and then I feel like it's the tag team we need, right? Like, so do you prefer being solo? Like, do you like being the tag team? Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, Shane and I have the same mentality where when we go into the ring, we want to toss a body and see how far it goes, or hit something as hard as it can and see how fast it falls. So, I mean, that's why I love tagging with him. And it's literally insane. Like, we just literally will, like, stare at each other from, like, across the locker room and just start giggling and be like, you want to do this? You want to do that? Laugh about tossing bodies all over the place, which is sweet.
And you guys get some air with it too, because I know like I've captured like that footage of like, oh man, his back, like
Yeah. I mean, that started all back in me and Shane did Evolve back in 2018, and we did a tag there, and we just clicked like right away. And then the next night we did the same exact tag, not the same exact match, but another tag match against Workhorsemen of JD Drake and Anthony Henry. And yeah, after that point, we didn't get a chance to tag, and then back at 2020, I think one of the shows in AC. Me and Shane were both wrestling singles matches. One against Myron Reed
Mhm.
and one against Jordan Oliver. And I went to Brett Lauderdale and I said, "Hey man, like me and Shane used to tag back in the day. Like maybe we could do this again and bring back the tag team division to GCW
Mhm.
because it's been a long time since I've ever seen it. Well, now it's a little bit different,
Mhm.
but yeah. And then we just destroyed each other, killed, and had a great match, and it was awesome. And Iron Beast performed again.
Yeah. So if you guys like gonna tag together, like is there a match that you would love to have against?
We had a match against the end of Otison and yeah, I forget the other guy's name, but I would love to do that match again with the end. I would love to get the match with the Besties, who is like a Midwest tag team.
Mhm.
They're a really great tag team,
Mhm.
and someone around here, the Rep, is something that was
Yeah.
supposed to happen recently, and it didn't get a chance to happen. I was really disappointed about it, and I definitely would like to see that happen.
Oh, I would love that. I feel like the rep is like all over the place. I feel like there's another tag team that should be signed. I need to get them on the Under the Rope series for you guys on here because they're so good. Excuse me.
Yeah, the Red Bull are a really good tag team, and I think it's slept on a lot, which is not good.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Okay, I gotta make that happen because they're so good. I see them like all over the place, but you know it's funny. We have all this new talent coming up, right? We have all these young, hungry kids. It's unbelievable because it's like I'm seeing more and more of like 16, 17-year olds, 18-year olds in the industry, like showing the hell out, or I like to call it wilding out. Has there been anybody that's kind of caught your eye that you would love to work right now?
Nothing that's like coming to my head like immediately.
Hmm.
If I had to think for a little bit, I haven't got a chance to work Starboy Charlie, which would be a nice match, and I would really love to enjoy to do that with another young guy coming up. And yeah, that's all I can think about right now is probably Starboy Charlie.
Oh,
Get a good match out of him. That's awesome.
I would love to see you and Ryan Redfield from H2O go at it. I feel
Right.
like you guys could have a good match.
Right.
Definitely.
Yep.
Definitely. Vertigo says, I gotta admit, Iron Beast is a super sick tag team. Love the team. They have no ceiling they can't explode through. Too crazy.
Is the truth.
Yeah, definitely. Let me grab some fan tweets here. So we have a fan tweet from Good Cop, Bad Cop. He goes, with Kyle the Beast being an anagram of tables, the key, what piece of equipment is key for you if you have a street fight?
Can you say that one more time?
Yeah, he likes to throw everybody off with, just so you know, he does it to everybody. Okay, so he said, with Kyle the Beast being an anagram of tables, the key, what piece of equipment is key for you if you have a street fight?
I mean, I'm a big fan of a garbage can, just an aluminum garbage can, or a sledgehammer. Are you talking about like wrestling fights, street fights, right? Or
I
an
think he
actual
just
street
means
fight?
an actual street fight.
Uh, I mean, an actual street fight, anything that's near a rock. But if not, I'm just using my fist. Like,
You're a hot mess, good cop, bad cop.
or a distraction, or some sort of distraction to throw somebody off and come around the other way with a left hook or
Oh
something.
damn. His other question was, as my 6-year-old used to love seeing KTB on TV at a wrestling organization we don't talk about anymore, even quite as scary, intimidating character, do you find kids warm to you, or are they mostly scared of you?
I get that. I don't know if I like this guy for a second, and I'm very scared of him. And then once I guess I warm them up to me or introduce myself or whatever, they seem to be like liking me or and everything like that. I mean, everybody's usually mostly frightened of me at first, but I guess I come off as a very intimidating guy. But yeah, they have to just warm up to me, and then it's sort of kind of fun with them, I guess.
Okay. He was actually okay. So I was wrong. He said he meant at a wrestling event. What is your key? You know.
Oh, weapon?
Yeah.
Either a sledgehammer or a garbage can for sure.
There you
I
go.
mean, a door is just everyone's. Everyone
Yeah.
can use a door.
Yeah, definitely. Melissa said
Door.
Azalea's not scared. I love it. I love it. Okay, so since we're talking about like street fights and things like that, so obviously you've accomplished a lot of different matches. You've wrestled a lot of different people. So is there a type of match that hasn't happened for you that you would love to cross off on your bucket list?
I mean, I've had a chance to work Rhino, which was definitely a bucket list match. I would like that for that to happen again. But definitely a real bucket list match would be Evil from New Japan. I really want that match for
Oh,
sure.
oh man. And is there any other type like?
That's
Hmm?
that's reached, but I mean that's definitely a match that I want.
Yeah. Is there like a type of match like kind of like like we're saying like ladder match, death match? Is there anything else that you'd love to come?
One of my favorite matches of all time is the Over the Top Rope Challenge, which is just a one-on-one battle royal or Royal Rumble, and that's my favorite match of all time.
Oh
And
man.
it never really ever happens.
Oh. So would you like to like have a match like that, or is there something else?
Oh no, that's the match I would definitely have. There's weapons involved, great. That'd make it even. But I mean, definitely Over the Top Rope Challenge is my favorite match of all time.
Okay, okay, sounds good, sounds good. So you clearly you travel a lot, you go to a lot of places, you've been to different states, countries, all that fun stuff. I'm sure you have an amazing road trip story for us.
Mm. Um, I just had one recently that I could tell that was kind of funny, and I'll leave names out of it just so it doesn't sound as bad. But I did a show recently in North Carolina, and as I was coming back, we got something called Cookout, which is very popular out there, and it's basically like a fried food bonanza. You just get to the drive-thru. It's like $8 with a shake and a burger and fries or whatever. And on the way back from home, one of the people in the car had to go to the bathroom, and there was no bathroom in sight, so I had to pull over on the side of the road and let him go in the woods.
Oh God.
And then as I kept driving again, he said to me, "Hey man, I'm gonna need you to pull over again." And I said, "Hey man, you only have two socks, so make sure you be careful for the next one." And so we continued driving, and I'm about maybe 5, 7 minutes home from now, and he says to me, "Hey man, how far are you away from home right now?" And I said, "Probably 5 to 7 minutes." He goes, "Well, that's too long. I need you to pull over on the side of the road again." And yeah, that was probably a really good funny story that I had chuckled about and really enjoyed in a while. I was on the road was that, and I will leave the name out of it. But if you know, you know.
Ryan, why you gotta be like no? I'm sorry, I had to bust the little chops. I love it. I love it. So let's talk about a little bit about the pandemic. Pandemic was hard for all of us, and luckily we still got a lot of wrestling. So thank you guys for even if the fans weren't there, and we got to see some of you guys actually like wrestle on a bunch of the apps, which was great. So like, how is that experience also for you? Working even like no fans.
I mean, it's definitely a hard experience when you have to, when you feel like the shine or something where someone's going to have your back and there's no one behind your back and no one's cheering you on. But like in your head, I mean, they're definitely watching at home and everything. So, I mean, it definitely was hard, but it's still at the end of the day, it's what you need to do and it's your job. So.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. So with the pandemic going on, did you pick up any new hobbies during it?
Um, I didn't pick up any new hobbies, but I definitely continued on with a hobby that I have already and just not like went all in, but played it or did it a lot. And I play a lot of disc golf and I love playing disc golf.
Oh, cool. Cool.
Yeah, so
Fun. Fun. Let's see. So, instead of like asking like in long term, like goals wise, let's go with like the next year that you have coming up. Like, is there any goals that you would like to hit?
I mean, definitely I'd like to get the chance to go back to AEW, whether it be Dark or Elevation, Dynamite, like you said, and also would like to get out more on the West Coast or anything like that. I'm slowly getting the chance to do that and heading to California at the end of October, so that's good. But
Awesome.
yeah, definitely. I mean, a contract would definitely be a good thing to see, whether it be AEW Impact or anything like that. But just hoping for the best and just gonna keep grinding.
Okay. Okay. Do you have any pre-match rituals?
Yeah, usually it's like screaming really loud to pump myself up, and usually the first one sets people off, like, what the fuck is this guy doing, kind of thing. But yeah, that's one of them. And I pace a lot, like a lion in a cage, honestly.
Oh man, I'd be scared. I'm like, what the heck is going on? That would be me. I'd probably like jump, like, what's going on? Another fun question that I like to ask some people is, besides your gear, what will we find in your gear bag?
Besides my gear, what would you find in my gear bag? Oh man,
Anything fun?
nothing like really too fun, honestly. Kind of pretty plain and simple. Maybe the worst thing you probably find in my bag, or the funniest thing, is like an old pair of socks I left in there from last time, and that just smell absolutely awful.
Oh man, I can't. Oh, there's a tweet going on saying, wait, where did it go? I just saw that he plays disc golf. They got all excited. So this is the highlight for me. They said you guys are hilarious. Actually, it's funny. Sal said Jersey Kid versus Beast versus Eric Corvus. What about it? Oh, FWF 11/9/2013. Oh man, you went really back, Sal. Like,
Yeah, that was a good match. I clearly remember that match too, because after we were first on the show, and I mean, like any person on any show, you would try to entertain the fans and everything like that. And we definitely just had a banger from the start. And I remember coming back and forgot his goddamn name, and Robert, the guy, Nicky, I mean, Rob Echo is used to wrestle, but I forget his goddamn name in NXT right now. He manages the women. I'm blanking on his name. Robert Stone? Is it the Robert Stone?
I'm not sure.
project,
I don't
right?
follow like that WWE stuff anymore, so I'm like bad. Somebody in the chat will probably
remember-
drop it.
When we came back to the entrance, he just looks at us and goes, "Way to do everything out there, asshole!" And we just like chuckled and walked to the side.
Aw. Yeah, Sal said it was the best match that he ever saw. Oh man. Well, you know what? Let's go with that. Since you kind of like said that, Sal, like, what has been your best moment thus far?
What's that?
What has been your best moment thus far in the ring?
In the ring? Probably. I mean, I've had the chance to. I mean, it was a while ago. I had the chance to be the first ever game changer champion, which was kind of cool at the moment. I mean, I didn't realize what game changer would unfold to after the fact. And definitely another one was winning the Jersey J Cup Tag Team Tournament with Steve Monster Mac. Those are pretty cool moments, and especially like it was a local show, and there was a bunch of people I knew who actually wanted to come and support, which usually doesn't happen that often. And yeah, it was cool to see everyone really enjoying themselves and really supporting me. That was a cool moment.
That's so awesome. So I was asked on the side on Facebook. So we're gonna run back. Actually, let me bring this up here. Okay, these are some of the. If you guys are watching this live on video, you're gonna see all the up and coming shows, which we'll get into a little bit later. But let's talk about again. Let's go back to Charles Mason and you. So I don't know if you're aware, but we kind of, and April's in the chat actually, we started a whole thing that we call Charles Mason Muff Cabbage. And we have a little cabbage stuffed animal doll that we call him Muffy. So it kind of pisses off Mason. So would you, and this is the question that was asked to me to ask you on the side, is would if we gave you Muffy, would you throw it at Charles Mason for us?
Oh hell yeah, hell yeah. If it gets him mad, hell yeah. Just yeah. If he gets mad over something as stupid like that, he's stupid too. You know what I mean? Like I mean, he probably smells like a cabbage too. So
I'm dead.
that's definitely
I'm dead. I'm done. Like that's all, folks. No, I love it. I love it. That's our joke. So we got the bozo with Matt Vertigo. We got the cabbage with Charles Mason. That's it. Yep, they're dead. Uh, so, so I have two final questions for you, and if you guys have any other questions for KTB, please feel free drop them in the chat. That we'll go through again, like everything that's coming up for him. So what's some things you like to do when you're not in the squared circle?
one of the things I really like to do, besides disc golf and everything like that, I really, especially during the summertime, I like to go crabbing or fishing. I do it a lot. I do it with a bunch of friends or my brother or anything like that, and I really enjoy that especially because it's like a little mini Deadliest Catch, and it's like cool moment. I feel like the Normandy again or something like that.
Aw, that's fun. That's fun. Do you go like even in like the winter time too, or?
The latest I'll probably go crabbing or fishing is probably the end of October, and then the earliest probably like beginning of March or April or something like that. But it's a cool going out with like a bunch of friends and catching like 60 or 70 crabs and just feasting on them.
Oh man, there you go. That sounds like plan. Fun. Fun,
yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay, so my final question again, if you guys have any questions, drop them in the chat. My final question is, I like asking this to everybody that comes on this podcast because we have a lot of fans that want to get into wrestling or started training. So for those inspired and amateur wrestlers out there, what's a piece of advice that you would give them?
I mean, probably the only thing I could, not the only thing I could tell people, but I would just say, just get out there. Get yourself out there. Don't do it for free. And literally just get out there anywhere and everywhere. And if you can get somewhere to wrestle in front of people and give yourself a chance to shine and show somebody something, don't be afraid to take the gamble or the risk, especially at a young age. You know what I mean? Because if you don't start young, you just don't get started at all. So yeah, just literally get yourself out there and believe in yourself. Mainly is believe in yourself too.
Okay, that's great.
If you don't believe in yourself, no one else will, in my opinion. So
that's great advice. Good Cop Bad Cop wants to know in the chat, what brand of disc does KTB throw, and are there any other wrestlers who disc golf too?
I haven't met another wrestler really yet who disc golfs, but I have played with a couple of fans that I've seen at GCW shows and everything like that. And I throw mostly Dynamic and West Side, if you know what that is.
Okay, I don't know. He clearly knows. He's all excited that you were talking about this.
I have two discs in my bag. One of them is called a Justice. It's by Dynamic Disc, and it has a Macho Man print on it. And then I have another Dynamic Disc. It's called the Felon, and it has a Mankind print on it.
Oh, that's neat.
So I definitely represent wrestling when I play.
That's cool. Well, I see you, David. Hi, how are you? He says hello to you as well. It's so awesome. That's really, really cool. Again, if you guys got any last minute questions, drop them in the chat for us. So, but let's talk about what you got coming up. So busy. Everybody's busy. I feel like October's the really crazy month. So let's tell everybody what they got, what you got coming up.
Yeah. So coming up first would probably be UWA Elite. That'll be October 9th in South River, New Jersey, and it's Brawl for It All, which is one of my favorite events because it falls under the terms of the over the top rope challenge kind of match. Battle Royal Rumble is my favorite match of all time. And I really enjoy the Brawl for It All. It's one of my favorite events, like I just said, and I really thoroughly enjoy it. And I think coming up this month, I've been on such a roll at UWA Elite that I might honestly just enter myself at number one because I'm literally down to take 29 other people on, and I don't care because I am KTB and I do what I want.
Damn. I love it. I love it. I know Melissa's going down there to see ya. So then
Oh,
we have we talked about NFW with you and Charles Mason, which we're so excited about. So, and I know April's all excited now too because you said that you're gonna throw Muffy at him. So Billy Starks was supposed to do it, she didn't do it. So now it's your job. You gotta hit him with Muffy.
you give it to me, I'll give it to him.
Oh, I'm gonna give it to you. if he tears them up, oh well, like it'll be well worth it. Like it'll be well worth it. So we're gonna scream. If you guys are going to that show, scream Muff Cabbage at him. So we're gonna start that whole shit just to piss him off. So then we have Halloween. Your Halloween hootenanny, right? Like hooteny? Yeah, it's small over here.
The Halloween hootenanny, which I guess means it's a great time, and it does sound like a good time. That'll be in California, Red Bank area. And I don't have a match lined up for it yet, but I guarantee you it will be a hootenanny, and I will probably rip someone's face off and wear it as my face for Halloween.
Ooh.
So definitely will be a good time.
Damn. Cool. That's so awesome. Yeah, that's really, really neat. It's a lot of stuff to look forward to, and a lot of these things you could see on the IWTV app. A lot of them are on YouTube or Fight, so definitely check it out. So with that being said, tell everybody where they can find you on the socials if they want to follow you and follow where you're going to be wrestling at and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at KTB_Mauls. That's MAULS. Yeah, be sure to tag me in anything you want to do. I mean, want to hear or want to see out of me, and I will fulfill. So, especially matches. Send some dream matches out, people. Let's go.
Ooh, there you go. Let us know. Let us know in the chat, and let if you're listening to this later, leave some comments below for that as well. Good Cop Bad Cop says Tiffany's new podcast, Into the Chains, interviewing wrestlers who play disc golf.
Wow.
I guess I'm gonna be doing that at NFW because I'll be backstage over there. So maybe we'll incorporate that as a skit.
There is a really good course near that Williamstown building too.
See. Please tell me KTV's online store is called KTB Malls.
No, it's not. But that's something to look into, and I'll write that down. It shouldn't be too hard for me to remember too. So.
There you go. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you have merch? How do people buy merch?
I mean, the best way to get merch off me now is definitely just at a local show or a show you see me at. I usually always have merch with me, 8x10s, t-shirts. I do have some new reprints coming out soon with Mall Him t-shirts, which are pretty sweet. So be on the lookout for that.
Awesome. And I'm sure for people that don't come, I'm sure they can DM you as well for merch.
Oh, yeah. So don't be afraid to message me on Twitter or anything like that, Instagram, private message me, and I'll definitely get something to you and arrange that.
Awesome. Well, that's going to wrap it up for us today. Thank you, KTB, for hanging out with me and us getting to know you a little bit better. So we'll definitely maybe we'll do, like I said, that he brought up the disc golf. Maybe we'll do a little skit at NFW at a backstage over there. Maybe we can do a little training course to the fans out there.
Yeah.
It'll be a good time. But again, thank you again for coming and chatting with us here on the No Holds Barred Network. It was a pleasure. I can't wait to see you soon and all that fun stuff. So, guys, thank you again so much for hanging out with us. Thank you for your questions, all that fun stuff. Make sure you subscribe, do all that fun stuff. Make sure you scream Muff Cabbage. Charles Mason, by the way. I'm starting all the shit. Do that when you see KTB. Go give him some love, some highs, and all that stuff when you see him at a show. So, anyway, guys, that's gonna wrap it up again. So, you guys stay safe, support independent wrestling, and we will talk to you guys soon. Have a good night.